3 pound greater.
You weren't here when we pulled up. This Atlanta traffic, dog.
Is that what we've been talking about?
Yeah, we talking about that right now.
Right now? And then
I
we just
feel
go
some
into
type
the
of
show?
way. No, yeah, we own it right now.
When did you?
Friday
What you? That's right. You had to go up there for
for my cousin's
your cousin, right?
graduation. Yeah,
and you ran into some
bruh.
typical Atlanta foolishness.
Bruh.
But dude, check this out. He stayed in Duluth. He had peoples in Lithonia, and peoples where at
And my cousin stayed. My sister stays in Decatur.
Decatur. So
I didn't go see my sisters. My sisters them had stuff planned, so I didn't get a chance to go see them.
Oh, okay.
So we were staying in Duluth, and my cousin who had graduated from dental hygienic school, which I didn't know they make $39 an hour. I'm like, God damn, I should have been.
Yeah, man.
I never knew that.
Dentists alone make good bread, so they can pay their employees good bread.
Cool. So we stand in Duluth. She lives in Lithonia, which is 30 minutes away. Which once we got there to those, it wasn't a problem. But man, just
And then you know how it is. 30 minutes.
30
in
minutes.
Atlanta is
Let me tell you something, man.
not 30 minutes.
you going 15 miles for 30 minutes.
Oh, you lucky. You lucky you make that 15 miles in 30 minutes.
Bruh, I can't do it no more, dog. I can't do it no more. Like I was telling Sid before you even got here, I used to, when we would go like to visit my sister, we would go through to stay over and then go to St. Louis.
Yeah.
A couple times we went. I guess we would leave 1-2 o'clock in the morning and kind of miss a lot of that traffic. And we were staying with my sister, so
Right.
I didn't have to wait to check into the hotel and nothing. We get there 5-6 in the morning. We just go to her house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had to leave, can't stay in a hotel. I got my 4 kids, my grandma, my mom, and daddy. Right? Kids weren't too bad. They were typically kids. But, man,
Right.
I drove the whole way up Friday. Once we hit McDonough, and that motherfucker
Sat
said,
still.
bruh, when they told me it's going to take me an hour and 15 minutes to do 56 miles, I
Yeah.
was like, get out of here.
My last time going up there, we had to go up for baseball. Same situation. We had to add once we hit McDonough, maybe a little bit before that, maybe Forsyth, just a little bit. It added an extra hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes onto our trip because, and we was going downtown. Like it wasn't like we was going to Marietta.
You was
we
going
wa-
to downtown.
We wasn't going to Marietta. We wasn't going to Ackworth or nowhere up no on the north side. We were just going downtown. And from McDonough to downtown, it took us an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And when you look at the GPS, it say, "Yeah, I ain't bullshit."
You see all this red? This red
Yeah.
means it's gonna take you a
Yeah, it's
little
going to
minute.
slow down.
So relax.
Just, make sure you gassed up.
Relax your
Got some
mind, let your
snacks.
conscience be free.
Oh my God, dog! So and we drove back today, so I'm just.
Yeah,
I feel you. I got to go back on the 6th, so I know
as
you.
many as time I've
I gotta
taken
go.
that
I gotta go
drive,
to
I
Jackson,
hate it.
Mississippi on Tuesday.
You going to Jackson State?
Going to Jackson State, yeah, on Tuesday.
Y'all
So
driving or flying?
Tell
driving.
Dion I said what's up.
driving. It's
Yeah,
about a little over about 9.5 hours. It's gonna take, so
I mean, you ain't got to go through Atlanta.
Lord bless you.
thank God.
You
So,
just got to worry about the long ass the trek from I-10 from 75 to I-10 to fucking.
that's what I'm dreading already. I hate
Yeah.
I-10. I
Yes,
swear.
sir.
I swear to God. Well, let's get into it, fellas. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG Sports Show. It's your boy Chuck.
Slow motion.
Beat.
Been a little minute, but we back at it again. Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm
All
good.
right, man.
I'm good.
We got it's a lot.
All our picks was trash.
We'll get into that.
Okay.
We got to make some updates to these picks.
I mean, but we did throw the caveats anyway.
Right.
We
did.
Yeah. So it's all good. We'll get into it though. Let's jump right into it, fella. What the lick reads, slow.
All right, with the lick read, we going right into the NBA playoff where we stand right now. We are in the finals for each conference.
Yeah.
Phoenix took a commanding 3-1 lead last night. It was a well-played game down the stretch. Clippers just couldn't get close. They just Phoenix just kept them at bay. It's like, yo,
Man, if you, I don't want to trash Paul George, but if that's who you got to depend on alone, it ain't gonna happen.
and that's all they got. I mean, Patrick Beverly can do so much, and
Bro, that ain't the same Paul George, dog, that led my Pacers. So I don't know who this playoff P guy is.
I don't know, man.
I don't know who that guy is. I mean, but he's okay, so let's be realistic. They're shorthanded. They don't have Kawhi.
Right.
They don't really have he was the Robin to Kawhi's Batman. You got Terrence Mann coming off the bench playing. He played lights out, and we're gonna my Florida State bias here for a minute.
yes,
After Terrence Mann dropped them 40-some points, they talked a lot. I seen a lot of people talking like, "Who is Terrence Mann? Where did he come out? Like he ain't never do this in Florida State." And I'm sitting there thinking like, "Did y'all ever watch Florida State play basketball?"
right.
See, people saying that they never watched college basketball, period.
At all.
No.
Because if you know, and you know how Leonard Hamilton runs his system, Terrence Mann ain't going to get 30, 40 minutes
No,
a night.
No.
it's very similar to UNC. Did you ever see? We never saw Vince Carter go off for 40. We didn't see Antoine Jameson go off in
You
Carolina.
didn't see Jordan.
No.
I think Jordan may have hit 30 a couple times.
Maybe.
But yeah, maybe.
And that's when-
And I might be stretching it.
Yeah, you might.
Because Dean Smith was disciplined in that
It
system.
was the same thing that Leonard Hamilton
Right.
similarly runs.
So yeah, he's a good third option. You know, he's gonna play defense. He's gonna get you some buckets. He's gonna get you the hustle play. But he's not Kawhi. So with Kawhi not playing Paul George, if Paul George doesn't score 30 to 40 points,
yeah, he gonna have to
It's
give
gonna
at
be
least
looking
35
Yeah.
with no Kawhi. With especially Chris Paul came back,
Every night.
like it's gonna be tough. They might be finished.
oh, the Suns,
Yeah, the Suns definitely
Booker.
gonna win one game.
they got Aiden playing very good ball in the middle.
Insane.
Aiden pulled
Man, when
down-
he caught
pulled
that
down
lob to
he-
end the game,
he pulled down 22 boards last night too.
That lob. Even though Phoenix got that ball went off of his hands at right before that play, and they reviewed it and they kept him.
Yeah.
But
but they said because it was an inbound. It was an inbound play, so it wasn't a shot. So it wasn't goaltended. That's why
Okay.
it wasn't goaltended.
yeah,
man, perfect lob.
Perfect lob.
it could have been better. Yeah, could have been better.
So they doing this without the first two games without Chris Paul, and then you get Chris Paul. Man, look,
They might be washed. It might be over for them.
Oh yeah, this is definitely
it's
over.
Because very rarely does a team come back from 3-1.
No, it's happened before. 'Cause
It's
I saw
happened
them, they
before.
asked Chris Paul about it last night. He was like, "You remember when you had that 3-1 lead with Houston and y'all lost?" So it can happen. It's
It can
possible.
happen.
I just don't see this Clipper team doing
Not
it.
without Kawhi.
No.
Not without Kawhi. It's not gonna happen.
No,
What y'all think about Milwaukee and Atlanta? I mean, they got what game? Is it game 3 tonight?
Game three.
game
tonight.
three
Game
tonight.
3 tonight.
They're kicking off in about an hour or so.
This is going 7 games, I think.
It looks that
Because,
way.
It's like the Milwaukee that showed up the other night. I'm like, who are y'all?
Right.
Milwaukee. The only way Milwaukee can continue to move forward is if they figure out some kind of way to get the ball to Giannis in motion. Because if you tell him to if you put him at the top of the key or anywhere to try to get his own shot,
No.
it's not happening.
He
He
can't-
has 0 offensive moves.
He can't hesitate. I seen somebody on y'all. It's been a while since y'all probably played 2K, but they say Giannis is like a 2K player. He waits for like an animation to get to the basket.
That's pretty accurate though.
It's pretty accurate, but I think when he doesn't hesitate and he puts his head down
When he just takes off.
and takes off and
Yeah.
puts his head down and go, unless you just get right in front of him and make him
Right.
pull up. He's gonna
run over you.
He's gonna run over you. He's gonna get close to the basket and put up.
Blake
a shot.
Griffin played him perfectly. Blake Griffin backed up off him, dared him to shoot,
all day.
and he wouldn't.
And then, and since we're on that topic, which is another thing I don't understand. I'm a cursor. I don't fucking understand how you are in the NBA. Your job is to play basketball. You don't have nothing else to do.
Right.
You can't practice free throws.
Well, I mean, ask Ben Simmons.
Hey, I seen a video of Ben Simmons in the gym knocking them down.
Yeah, it's good. You can knock him down against niggas like me.
When that pressure though,
right.
when that pressure's on the line, you passing up shots.
Right.
I
He's
think
not
right
taking
now Ben Simmons needs a psychologist.
He needs
when he
some?
passed that layup.
Wow!
above
Oh my God! I
said,
was like,
yeah,
why did you pass that off?
It's up here now. He was afraid to shoot.
You right there. You 6'10".
He just dunk it. That video, I
know
think
what-
I
Like
I
Sydney
tweeted-
told
You know what?
Billy Ho.
You know what messed?
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all what messed him up, man.
Kylie
Fucking
Jenner.
with them Kardashians, dog. He got
I
he got
mean-
infected with that life, and now he think I done got my
Hold on,
money.
You can't say that. You can't use that
Why not?
because Devin Booker's out here balling.
Yeah, but Devin Booker got away. Here's the difference between Devin Booker and Devin Booker got him a little taste and dip. Ben kept coming back and coming back. He was whooped. Like she went and messed with somebody else, and he got back with her again. Like Ben was whooped. Devin was because he switched with Simon Australia.
Yeah.
Devin been to Kentucky, and people think Kentucky is boring, but that basketball team runs that whole state.
Yes.
So
And they're close to Cincinnati.
he had the pick of the litter in Lexington. And I'm telling you, I know because my cousin went there, and she dated the basketball player. So he had the pick of the litter, Kentucky. So if she wanted to leave, he like Ike Turner, fine, you can go.
Right.
The name stays home. I'm staying. You know what I'm saying? She can go all she wants to. Ben Simmons was whooped. He probably will go back to now if you let him. But they say that Ben don't. They say that he don't take the game all that serious. That he ain't doing the work in the off season.
Clearly, he
That
does.
Obviously he's
shows.
not.
That shows.
It shows.
That
it's the
video
same
I
thing
saw
with
on Twitter when the guy did the mimic of the coach Doc Rivers in the locker room. He's like, Ben Simmons, who on the Hawks is scared?
Who are you afraid of?
And he said, Embiid, I'll call the coach's
I'll call for you. You need to find somewhere else to go. But it's the same thing with Giannis, though. Like, dude, maybe he got the big head because he got 2 back-to-back MVPs. Maybe he thought, I'm good. I don't need to do anything. I don't need any other moves or anything like that. But it's obvious now. Everybody's caught on, bro. You're not just going to run past everybody and dunk all the time.
The difference between Giannis and Ben, Giannis will take that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's not even
Ben's
taking
scared.
it.
Ben's not gonna take it.
That's why I agree with Slow when he needs somebody. He needs to sit down and lay on somebody's couch and talk about his, mentally where is
Right.
he? Because if he's passing up layups at 6'10", when he should be sitting down in the rim,
Right.
like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
Mentally.
time to get rid of him?
It's been
Yes,
time to get rid
it's
of him.
absolutely.
They should have got rid of him when they had the opportunity to get
James
Harden
Yeah.
for him, and they wouldn't do it. That's the first mistake they made, because you think about how much better they would be if they had a point guard that could score at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, Harden can get a bucket whenever he wants to,
Yeah.
whenever he feels like it.
Well,
You
not
can
the James Harden that just got finished.
I mean,
playing.
Not the
that's
one-
that's injured. That's
not the injured one,
That's
no.
James
But if
Harden.
he's healthy, he can get any shot he
that
wants
James
whenever he
Harden was
wants
awful.
to. So you can imagine if you got Embiid on the block and Harden, just imagine them in the pick and roll. What do? Pick your poison, because if you double Harden, Embiid's going to the cup.
Yeah.
or he could step out and hit the shot.
Right, or he's gonna step back and shoot a 3 over you. And if he misses, Embiid's crashing to get the board.
Right.
So they have no fear of doing that with Ben Simmons. Nobody does. Nobody's worried about him shooting.
He's a very good defender.
Yeah.
But bruh, at 6'10", with the handles that you got, you should be like Giannis. Just go straight to the cup.
He's scared to do that.
The boy took 5 shots in the game.
And over the last 3 games prior to that, he had like 4 points, 6 points. That's sad, bro.
That's tragic.
For
Tragic.
how much money is he making?
First round. Is he on his? He didn't get a second contract yet, did he?
No, not yet.
He's still on the first round.
I think his total contract he's on right now is I think he said it was 177 million. They already got like 35 of it. They
So
said-
he did sign another deal.
Yeah, they
for the
still,
rookie
they
deal.
still got 140 on the hook for him.
Woo!
For a nigga that won't shoot.
Sorry, Philly.
Sure hit
Ben
it.
Simmons cost y'all that.
Yeah.
Sure hit it.
What do y'all think about KD, man?
KD is KD, and had he had Kyrie or
He ran into the wall. That last game.
man, yeah, he ran to the wall.
But you know what? KD was actually, he was 2 inches away, his toe on the line
on
with
the
him
line.
sending them home.
From sending him home.
that big ass
and he just
foot
ran
was
out of gas.
Just
That,
ran out of gas.
that
man.
overtime, when he shot that first shot, and it just hit the front of the rim, I said, man, he's
done.
exhausted.
He done.
And then that last shot, he airballed it.
Yeah.
When KD shoots an airball,
Tired, man.
he was exhausted.
But
Because
you can't blame
then
him.
he had to play Giannis on the other end.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because he did have to do everything by himself, but
Every night, he had to do that to keep them alive.
yeah, man. It's sad.
I'm shocked that he even agreed to play the Olympics. I was like, dude, Nike must be cutting the check.
My thing about KD, man, I think he worries too much about outside criticism and comments. To me, look, bro, I made my money. I've won my chips. I don't give a damn what nobody says about me.
Right.
But this cat, they already caught him with his burner accounts. Now he going back and forth with Scottie Pippen. Like, why do you care what them cats think, man? If it's me, I'm confident in my. I'm a pretty confident dude. Okay. I'm not 6'11" and can shoot from anywhere and do whatever, literally do whatever I want to do on the basketball court. If I'm KD, you can't tell me. The only person that can talk to me about basketball is Michael Jordan. No one else can talk to me. Not LeBron, not Scottie Pippen. Like, nobody else can talk to me about basketball other than Michael Jordan that I'm going to listen to.
Right.
Or have any validity to their comments. Like when he went back and forth with Michael Rappaport. What in the fuck are you going back and forth with this dude for? About basketball.
But Rappaport was a bitch for releasing those DMs.
He was a bitch, but you shouldn't be going back and forth and engaging
and
with
I
a
understand. I understand. You should have gave him the time of day.
No.
But Rappaport, come on, man. This was a direct message, a conversation between me and you. And
But would you expect any more from Michael Rappaport?
That's true too.
Like why would you think that he would be the person to not put that out?
Right.
There?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even give him the time of day.
That's true. That's true.
KD need to worry about himself, his mama, his family, and nothing
Mama's
else.
straight.
Mama's good. She got her.
Yeah.
For life.
She good.
Mama had fresh dew.
On the sideline.
Sideline.
Banging with the
What?
fadeaways. This was
Looking like somebody's fine
1998.
auntie from 1992.
Looking like a autumn pomegranate.
Early autumn pomegranate wine.
Good thing you brought up Scottie Pippen. That's what we're gonna roll in. Scottie Pippen is tripping.
Scotty's crazy. Man.
He always got some shit to say though. I like, dog.
Scotty got problems.
We the OGs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We the OGs.
Yeah.
And the reason why we the OGs is because a lot of these players and things coming up now, a lot of these young kids never saw.
Right.
We are old enough to see Scottie Pippen playing in his prime with the Bulls.
Yeah.
He was a great player.
One of the best.
Scotty, you would not have 6 rings if it wasn't for Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
At all.
No.
Now, Michael Jeffrey Jordan needed you as well.
Right.
He did.
But Michael Jeffrey Jordan made you, Scotty. I'm old enough to remember, Scotty, when you first came in and the Detroit Pistons were punking you.
Not just the Detroit Pistons. The cats on his team was punking him. You've seen it on The Last Dance when
Yeah.
Charles Oakley was still a Bull and had his shirt all jacked up. Like, man, hey, man, I know I'm a rookie, but I'm a grown-ass man,
Right.
dog. You're not finna be dragging me up by my collar. My daddy don't even do that no more.
So what, Scotty? What is your issue now? When Mike left to play baseball, Scotty, you had the team.
It was yours.
And he quit on him.
You had the team.
And quit on him. When it was time to take the last shot, he quit on him. My thing about Scott, I think Scotty has ego issues.
Why? Oh, we all saw The Last Dance, right?
We saw The Last Dance.
What in that video that Scottie Pippen is pissed about? Okay, yeah, they talked about the contract. The team told you not to sign the contract, and did.
They did. Let's be honest. They robbed Scotty.
They robbed him. I understand that.
They robbed Scotty.
What did Michael Jordan have to do with that, though?
Nothing. I'm telling you what it
No.
is, man. Scotty's ego is fragile. Okay. From the Jordan situation
And
and the
his
Bull
wife.
situation, from him not getting paid, from his wife losing her damn mind in her damn near 50s. Like, Scotty got ego problems, bro. Like he came out a couple weeks ago and said that that he wasn't riding Jordan coattails. He was a leader and some other shit.
He
Like,
was
bro,
the real leader of the Bulls.
come on,
That's what
man,
he said.
Scotty. We saw it. Like, these young kids may believe it because they didn't watch it.
Exactly.
We watched, bro.
You gonna
We
sell a
was-
handful of books, but the
We
real
was
people that
there. Like, we know what really happened. Scotty's just crazy. Now, I'll say this though, he didn't really tell He didn't really tell a lie about KD, to be honest.
No,
KD didn't really use his team. He didn't really have one to use, but
Right.
he didn't really use his team. He tried to beat him by himself, and it didn't happen.
it didn't happen. But KD
Not
clapped
two-
back
it didn't
on
happen
him.
2 games in a row.
Right.
Right. So
But
he
KD
didn't lie.
clapped back on him good though. Like
He did.
How you gonna say that about me?
He
when
did.
You did this.
But
With
to
the
me,
Kukoc jersey on.
right. But to me,
Petty. See, hold on. Kevin Durant is my petty type of person. Like, that's when I think of a spirit animal when it comes to petty. Kevin Durant is me because I'm that type of petty. Like, I'm gonna do some foul shit. Like, you be like, oh, you that petty? Yes, that's me. Anyway, that's it.
KD though, I don't know, man. Like he came back at him. He did, he did his thing against Scotty, but some other times he out here looking like a punk too.
Yeah,
like
true.
to me, if I'm KD, I know in my prime, in Scotty's prime, I'm giving Scotty the business.
Right.
Scotty was a great defender. But nigga, I'm 6'11".
Yeah.
Like, I'm shooting over Scotty every time.
It would have been a hard matchup for Scotty because he could
Yeah.
shoot over Scotty.
KD would give Scotty the business. in his
We're
prime.
talking about like 90s. Like, is KD going back to the 90s or is Scotty coming up to?
If it wouldn't even matter. If KD, let's say if KD goes back to 95 when Mike left. KD goes, Scotty was arguably the best player in the NBA that year. Arguably.
Right. He had a point to prove.
Yes.
Right.
MJ left. I'm gonna show y'all who.
Right. And arguably he was I would never forget Charles Barkley said Scottie Pippen's the best player in the league right now. I'll never forget that. KD would give Scotty the business in 1995.
He'll be hard.
KD of today would give Scotty in 95 the business.
Okay.
He would.
I don't know about the business. He'll drop 25, maybe 30. But
You
the business.
give me somebody in 95
That would Scotty that
would
problem.
slow KD down defensively.
Nobody.
I mean, what you talking about? You
The
said
Pistons would have had to beat him up.
But you talking
Right.
about
And
giving
it
him?
would've
You talking
worked.
about giving him the business though? Like when y'all say give him the business,
KD would give Scotty 35. Easy.
KD gonna
I
have
don't know
to work
about
on the other end, though.
consistently.
Yeah, I ain't even talking about the other end. I'm talking about coming down the floor.
They were fouling a little bit harder then. So KD,
Yeah.
man, that's the only thing that would
That's
make
the
me-
only difference.
Like he might. That's why I asked that
So
question.
let's switch it up then. So let's say bring Scotty to the day.
He'll get ate up.
Scotty can't hand check like he like.
No.
No, and KD would give him 40
Scotty will
today.
be fouled out.
Yeah, he'd give him 40 today. So again, that goes back to me. Like I said, if I'm KD, the kind of confidence that I would have and the type of player that he has, well, nobody but Michael Jordan could tell me shit.
I totally agree with you. I don't know why KD, but that's just the sensitive nature of these kids.
Yeah.
Everybody's sensitive now, but you know, Scotty's wrote this book, and I guess he's gonna get some shine from it because everybody knows controversy.
Is he talking about his wife in the book?
Who knows? Now you should be talking the future.
Not just him. He ain't the only one that need to talk
I
to.
mean, she for the streets.
Yeah.
How you
For
keep taking
real.
her back, bro. How you keep letting her come back?
Man, she
Man,
got
Scotty going through midlife crisis. You see
Our kids damn near
little
grown.
dreads he got now.
I seen his ugly ass. He looks horrible, dog. He looked like somebody put it side by side of him. And what was the dude? What was the crackhead from The Wire?
Bubs.
Bubbles.
He looking a little bit like Bubs right now, dog. He looking pretty bad. Post Scotty. Scotty, just look, man. Be happy. Put your 6 rings on and go somewhere and sit down, dog. That's all.
Scotty, you in the Hall of Fame. I don't know what else you want. What do you want?
He want that money that he missed out on.
I don't blame him for that though, dog.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that.
I don't, but he did.
They did Scotty
But
dirty.
look at Jordan was way underpaid.
Yeah, but them last couple years though, Jordan got like
Yeah,
30
yeah.
a year.
Jordan was like, look, yeah.
I ain't doing
That's
this
why
no
he
more.
left.
Right.
Pretty much why everything in. Like, hey, we're not gonna resign you.
I don't know what his beef is against Mike.
I don't think he has beef against Mike. I think he has beef against everybody else and how they feel about Mike.
Right.
Because he's not revered in the same. He wants to be revered in that same light, and he never will be.
Right. Like it. Exactly. Like he wants to be known. Like, hey, if Michael didn't have me, we wouldn't have won 6 championships.
And the thing is, Mike will never say that.
Michael never.
Even though Mike says Scotty's the best teammate he's ever had,
Right.
and how much he needed him, Mike's own confidence will never let him say, "I would not have won without Scotty."
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think that probably what bothers Scotty is that Mike would never say that. Just because, but the competitor, it's not that he didn't value Scotty. The
Right.
competitor in him won't
Yeah,
let him
exactly.
say.
It has nothing to do with Scottie Pippen personally.
No, no,
And everybody knows, Mike, you wouldn't have won them 6 championships
No.
if you ain't have Scotty.
he
Exactly.
wouldn't have.
If that switch ain't never get flipped on Scotty,
But Scotty trying to make it like he would have won without Mike, which you didn't. When you went to Portland, you had a great team with Portland.
It's
You
like,
didn't
dog,
win.
there's nothing wrong with being G Money.
No.
Everybody can't be Nino Brown. It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's okay.
G Money did get on crack, and
Yeah.
Scotty look like he on crack now.
yeah, okay.
Maybe Mike.
Think about it, man. G Money had old girl that was. I knew I should treat you like a hooker. You ain't nothing but a high class
High-class
hoe.
hoe.
Ain't that what Scotty's wife doing right now? She acting just like her.
You think Mike hit it? Maybe that's what. maybe you think maybe.
Nah,
Man, Mike was hitting a lot, so you never know.
No, yeah,
Nah,
'cause if
I-
Mike would hit,
I ain't
he
gonna
would've-
say that.
she would have left.
Isn't Larsa? She's some kind of Spanish, as
Yeah,
Peter Griffin
yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was Mike's current wife? Though,
Yeah.
So
I thought Mike's wife was a white.
No,
I think
she's
she's Chico.
Spanish.
Chico. We sounded so this.
Let's move on. 'Cause I'm gonna mess around and say something. And people will be mad at me.
Since we being sensitive,
I don't mean no harm.
No, you can't even go there. What are you doing?
I'm a Floridian. That's how we talk. We say Chico.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
people don't understand. Moving on to the next topic.
moving on to the next topic, sensitive topic. Carl Nassib, defensive end for the Las Vegas. I'll start to say
Formerly of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Formerly Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Las Vegas Raiders, came out and said he is gay. Welcome to the world. Here I am.
Let me tell you what was funny about that. It's not funny that he was gay, but like when he did the video,
Yeah.
like he just said, "Yeah, what's up, everybody? This is Carl Nassib. Just wanted to say I'm gay." I was just like, bro,
And
like
it was almost like a joke.
yeah, it was like, is that how you gonna roll it out?
Like he lost the bet. Like, yeah, you lost his bet, so you got to get on IG.
Guess what, guys? I'm gay, but I get why. I guess he felt it was necessary for him to do it for representation. You know what I'm saying? That was his reason behind it. I'm the type of person, and I've always been the type of person. I truly don't care what you do. Like what you do is your business. No one needs to know. Like I'm not walking around wearing my love for women like a badge on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. But I understand his reason for coming out and saying, because representation is important. The same way it's important for us to see people that look like us in certain positions. It's important for the LGBT community to see people that of that same what's the word I'm looking for?
Sexuality.
Right. In positions of not just just positions of importance. You know what I'm saying? So they can just simulate within society like the rest of us do.
Yeah, I think it has more to do with in male heterosexual industries, dominant heterosexual male industries. I think that's why it's kind of important for him to come out and say that.
Yeah.
Like if a female basketball player came out and said she was lesbian,
everybody would say, so what?
And
yeah,
you probably got like 5 or 6 other teammates on the team. No,
not 5 or 6.
Okay.
Actually, the shock is
90% of them.
Hey, I'm heterosexual.
Right.
Oh my God!
Exactly, that's what I'm
really?
saying.
No one will bat an eyelash.
Right. Nobody bat an eyelash. So in a male dominated heterosexual industry or sport like football, with these macho, men have to be macho and all the stereotypes that come with gay men.
Right.
Like, dude, there have been gay men since the dawn of time.
Exactly, and there's been plenty of gay men playing football.
Plenty
that we everybody in the locker room knew, because I've heard plenty of stories.
Right. Yeah. We didn't necessarily know it wasn't. They didn't come out and advertise it. And good for him. The thing that disturbed me is, like, I've seen some comments on like Facebook and stuff, and people like, I don't care, keep that out of the sport. Like, dude, it's already in the sport. He's just making it public. If you don't care, what's the problem?
Right. If it's not a big deal to you what he does it matter that he just verbalizes it?
That he's
so
gay?
what? It doesn't matter to me. Like I said, we should be at the point in society where none of that should even matter. Like I said, I can't wait for that not to be news. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But because people try to I guess downplay it and say it's not a big deal, blah blah whatever. Just like people try to downplay when we have to announce, look, I'm the first black person to be able to do this, the first black person to be in this role. I've seen people that make comments about that. Look, that's important for us to be able to say that, because we're now in 2021 and we still having to say this is the first black person to be able to do this, or first black person to be able to do that. So it's important to us. So if those types of things are important to us, like it's important for us to have an African American, a woman of color as the vice president of this country, or the Secretary of Defense to be a black man. You know what I'm saying? That's important for us. It should be just as important for the LGBT community to be able to say we have representation in the NFL, we have representation in Major League baseball or in hockey or whatever.
Right.
And it shouldn't be newsworthy anymore. You know what I'm saying? But the sad fact that it is. And that's just the society that we live in, unfortunately.
And good for him, because I mean, we all grew up with people that are with gay men, gay women, and you kind of see them struggle with, like, just the societal norms of being a homosexual or a LGBT person in this world, in this society. So yeah, come on out, be proud of that shit, man. Say it. That's you. Cool. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not. That's not me. That's not
Right.
what I want to do.
Right.
Or that's not how I choose to lead. That's not how I live my life. That's what you want to do. Cool.
Man, think about this. Think about, we've all had some situation where we've had something on our chest that we've had to get off. You know what I'm saying? It's been weighing us down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You think about the relief that you had when you finally was able to let something off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the weight that's been on? You know, he's been in the league for a good minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You imagine the weight that he's carried around all this time and the relief that he had to finally say it, come out and say it, and then get the support that he got
Right.
from different players throughout the league. That's got to be the most just gratifying feeling in the world, to be able to finally say it and get it off his chest and not have to worry about it no more, and then see you still have support from your peers. I can really imagine how good that feels. You know what I'm saying? For him to finally be like, damn, I don't got to worry about this no more. I don't worry about hiding it or keeping it a secret. I've let it out. Nobody cares, so I can now go on with my life.
He's still gonna have to face. There's players that's gonna be uncomfortable.
A ton, and there's gonna be some against. There's gonna be some on opposing teams. There's gonna be
Right.
fans from opposing teams that are gonna make comments to him.
So he's got to still deal with that. My thing is, he's assured himself a roster spot.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. But he's a good player.
He's a good
It ain't
player.
like he's a
good-
bum.
yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of people talked about. I saw a lot of people talking about, what about Michael Sam and blah blah. Michael Sam was trash.
He came out before he was even in the NFL.
And let's
Right.
keep it real. Michael Sam did his thing
In
at
Missouri.
Missouri.
One good year.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic. He was not like all that. Everything don't translate to the NFL.
He was a tweener. He was.
He wasn't big
too
enough to
short.
He wasn't big enough to be a defensive end.
He
He wasn't.
too
He
slow
wasn't
to
athletic
be
enough to be a
outside.
linebacker.
Yeah.
So there was nowhere for him to go. He just wasn't good. He wasn't good enough to be making it in the NFL. But people are always talking about, oh, we're giving this guy all this credit and all this attention, but he wasn't the first player. What about Michael Sam? Michael Sam was trash. This dude was good enough to didn't he lead the Bucks in sacks the year he was with us?
I think so.
He might have led. I think he led. He was damn near. Yeah, he was up there. He
I was
was the one of the team.
I was disappointed they let him go because we haven't had a history of pass rushes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We've had Simeon Rice and Sapp and a couple of cats here and there, but when them cats left, we didn't really have too many pass rushes since then. So I was happy we got him, and then when he performed, I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they let him go, I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, that cat was good. What'd you let him go for?
contract.
So it wasn't like
He went and got paid.
right. So it's not comparable to Michael Sam. You can't compare the two because this dude is a much better player.
Much better player.
Yeah.
But it's like they stuck. Even if his production dropped, they're not gonna let him go because they'll be saying, "Oh, you let him go because he came out."
What I'm hoping is that since he came out, that'll give others confidence to come out, and then maybe that won't be such a big deal.
And that's the whole thing. Like, you never know who's watching. I mean, even like, think about kids, non-athletes. Who's out there watching this that needs confidence to live,
Come out to their family or
come
their
out to their
friends.
family, their friends, and live the life that they feel inside, that they have. So, man, kudos to him, man. Have at it, bro. I mean,
Yeah, I salute the man. I'm glad he did it, just to get it off his chest more than anything else. Like I said, I can't wait for the day to come where that's not newsworthy. Like, no one really gives a shit. But kudos to the man for coming out and like I said, representing for, like you said, those kids who may not have the confidence to come out and say, who they really want to be in life. So
True. Salute
I
to
salute
you,
the man.
Carl Nassar.
yeah,
for sure.
Can I bring up a topic that we didn't really talk about?
Sure.
Yeah,
Florida State is fucking killing it on the recruiting trail.
man. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm trying to temper my excitement because y'all know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess around and say
We back!
We're gonna win
Yeah.
10 games next year.
No.
We're not. We may win 7.
The only thing I hated is these commitments now because these boys.
They will change their
Once
minds.
they
I'm
go
hoping they
somewhere
don't.
else.
See, you trying to kill my confidence, bro. Don't say that.
I'm just being honest.
these wins.
All these cats are gonna stay. They're gonna stay committed. They're gonna come. We're gonna get more because they're staying. So
I
come
hope
on,
so.
man.
I hope so.
Just win the Florida State. Just win the games you're supposed to win.
Yes.
Be competitive in the ones that people say you have no shot.
Right.
And them 50-50 ones, be competitive in those too.
But
I'll
bruh,
tell you what, that old line coach needs a raise.
What?
Alex Atkins.
They better
He's
pay
a
him
beast
before
now.
somebody steals him.
Before
Nick will come and get him. They better pay him right now. I don't care what he asked for. Whoever's the highest paid assistant, he needs to get his money. Just
Right now.
make him, even though he ain't gonna call no plays, make him the offensive coordinator so you can pay him $2 million at least, because
Make
O
him-
line coaches ain't making that much bread.
No.
Just make him the co-offensive coordinator.
Or
So you can justify
he be assistant
giving
head coach.
whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
He needs his bread.
He needs his bread. He brought
He brought in 2 4-stars over the
lineman
weekend.
Over the weekend, then the D lineman, and then
We got another D lineman, a 3-star,
3-star.
3-star and a 4-star D lineman.
and then the linebacker committed too, right?
Got
Early in the
linebacker
week.
from South Florida. He committed.
Yeah.
But we ain't never done no shit like this.
I don't know what they
in a
doing
couple
to him when
days?
they coming on that visit. Well, when
It's
that
working.
visit done,
But that, from what I'm reading is, like, they've had several official visits, and a lot of these guys, Florida State was their last official visit, so they
Right.
went to other places and saw the shit, came to Florida State, and like,
yeah, that O-line Sapp said he
But see,
was
that-
committed 3 months ago.
And that's what's crazy.
He just didn't
is
say
that
anything.
some of these cats have gone to like Alabama and LSU and some of the other schools with these fantastic facilities and come to Florida State and still want to commit to them. That's a testament to the staff.
Yeah.
look, man,
Because we don't got the facilities that these rest of these other schools got.
Norvell selling his vision, bro. Just give me 7 to 8 wins, Norvell. That's all.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
If we can get 7, 8 wins, and we get another top 10 recruiting class next year.
That-
I don't want to say it now, but we buy it.
man, y'all seen them pictures with them cats taking the pictures with them white helmets?
Oh my God. Can we get the white helmets
Why
and the white
Jimbo
jersey?
never released that shit, dog? I'm mad he never wore them white on white uniforms.
Well, Jimbo, he strictly said he is traditional uniform. He hated that they had to wear them black ones.
That's why he can beat it. I don't care. We need to break out the white,
Bro, them all whites was in the camera.
and we need to bring back the black, but not with that black and
the
garnet.
two-tone.
No.
Yeah, just this plain
Just
black.
a regular old gold.
The one that they had, before.
Just
Yeah.
rock the gold helmet with the all black, and rock that white helmet. Dog, imagine the white helmet, white jersey, garnet pants.
That's what I was gonna say. One of them kids took a picture in that, and that
Man.
looked dope. I was like, man, we got to wear that if we start doing anything.
I'm just
if
happy-
we getting our ass kicked. It's just with the
It look
old.
good.
I'm just happy. I'm not just happy. I want us to win, like you said. We need at least 7, 8 wins. But I'm happy we're out recruiting UF in Miami. I'm just happy we're out recruiting them because they looking stupid right now.
Man, did y'all see Dan Mullen sent that text to the wrong Terrence?
Yeah, the wrong Terrence Brooks.
Brooks. Terrence
You
Brooks.
idiot.
Did you see that?
He sent
rep-
there was a dude they're recruiting. There's a kid they recruited out of high school named Terrence Brooks. Okay, Dan Mullen decides he's gonna send the kid a graphic with him in the UF uniform. This idiot sent it to the Terrence Brooks, who played at Florida State.
It's in the NFL.
It's in the NFL. He sent it to him instead of the kid, and made himself. I mean, he's driving home the Dopey Dan nickname that they're giving him. Because he sent it to the wrong. He sent it to the dude that's in the NFL and not the
Played
kid.
for
They played at Florida State.
Terrence Brooks replied back to it with a picture like
With a picture
y'all
of him. A
with
picture
the-
of him
with the Florida State
holding
Gator.
holding the Gator head after we beat them.
Like, nah, bro, I'm good.
It's bad enough that they had recruits come to Florida and they had it dressed up like a 10-year-old's birthday party. They had football balloons and orange and blue balloons. I know people talking shit about Mike and this damn slingshot, but we ain't have kitty balloons.
It's a slingshot.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's a nice looking ride, but okay.
anyway,
That's it.
can I say we on our way back?
You can say that.
Okay, we on our way back. Dog.
Not until September 5th.
I don't care about September 5th. We can lose Notre Dame, and that's not gonna phase me.
I don't want to lose Notre Dame.
I don't want to either because I
I
hate
don't want to
them.
either, but we got to be realistic here.
We do gotta be realistic.
They lost their quarterback.
That don't mean shit.
I'll say we have a chance.
We have a chance.
Defensively, if we play defense this year, we can win some games. If we
Yes.
we don't play defense like we've been playing, then we ain't gonna.
Yeah,
be
of
shit.
course.
It's gonna be the D coordinator's. This is his job to lose this year. If he don't show up, then he may be on the outs.
Them boys was young last year, though. Anyway, we'll do a whole show about Florida State.
The entire
Word.
show. We're gonna do it entire
All the
show.
time, Florida State here.
Go Noles.
Sorry.
FSU over
Yeah,
everybody. Just like in my Twitter bio. FSU over everybody.
Yo,
All right, that's gonna do
that's what the lick reads for week 14, right?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all know what time it is. It's time for What You Own. And this is our segment of the show where we give y'all some classic albums to check out pre-2005 and before. So Who wants to kick us off this week?
I go first.
Go first. Who does Chuck?
So
what
I
you
was
want?
on my R&B field this week, and I had decided on one, but I changed my mind. 'Cause I wanted to show the ladies a little love. So my album is from 1997.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fresh 21 years old, and SWV released their second album called "Release Some Tension."
Mm-hmm.
Now this was around the time when, R&B. If you didn't have some hip hop in your R&B,
Right.
it wasn't gonna fly. It just
Yeah,
wasn't gonna go.
yeah.
This was probably the quintessential R&B hip hop album.
Right.
Just from the features alone, they had Puff Daddy.
yes.
That's when he was still Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, Foxy Brown, Redman, Lil C's, Lil Kim, Snoop, E40. E40 had one of my favorite lines on the whole album. E40 said, "I might not be a fax machine, but I got a little paper." Now we heard some bad lines on some songs before.
And he actually was on beat.
What? And
Yeah.
you couldn't be mad,
Right.
Because
I couldn't
even
stand
though
no E40.
as horrible as that line was, you couldn't be mad at it because the song was so good. But it was such
Yeah.
a good album, man.
Dope album, man.
I don't think
My
that
favorite one by them.
I don't think they get the respect they deserve. I think
No.
I think in our community we respect them. You know what I'm saying? SWV because we know what they did, but I don't think that I think they should. To me, they're up there with like TLC and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
They never had that crossover hit.
No, but I don't think they mind too much. I think
No,
they
no.
was happy just being, loved in, in our circle, and
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. That was one of my favorite. And that's one you can still play today. Let it
Oh
ride,
yeah, all the way through.
and it's still good.
We always talk about like why these albums brings up memories. There's
Yeah.
always memories associated with. This is one of these albums where you said 21, so a 19-year-old, 20-year-old Bakari is in Club Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 2:25.
You know,
No.
stuck and got your arm band.
No, what we used to do was we went to the hardware store and got a bunch of different color zip ties. So we would ride by first and see what
see
color,
what color
they use.
Y'all did the work.
But see,
see what color they use. We had some wet wipes in there. So when they put the X's on your hand before we go through the line of pay, we
Wipe
wipe
them
that off real
off.
quick.
Right.
Put that wristband on.
See, I remember the days when all they did was put the X on your hand.
Oh.
They didn't
Yeah,
have
because if you didn't have the X, you could drink.
you could drink.
Right.
Yeah, so we would just do our best to try to get that X off
Yeah.
when we get in there. But yeah, man, we're that old.
But yeah, like 2:30.
But it's all they recognize you.
Yeah,
Get out.
get out. So this is it's about 2:20, 2:30. Couple slow drags from the
Rain
get
down
played.
on me,
Rain
come
down
on.
me, come on.
Ooh.
I'm slow grinding with somebody's daughter, grabbing some booty or something. You know how it go. Trying to work this up.
Oh,
What
yeah.
you
You know
what?
doing after this?
You know what tripped me out about that?
Might have been
About
somebody's mama
that?
too.
You would trip- it's definitely somebody's
Nah,
mama
it's
right
definitely
now.
somebody's mama right now. Yeah.
What tripped me out about that album is like there were so many things that was said that you kind of it makes you feel old. 'Cause you frown upon it. You
Right.
Like now you be like, rain down on me.
Not
Wait
just that.
a minute.
Well, there's a part with the song with her with them in E40 where she goes, "I want to ride you all,
All
night.
night, yeah.
Girl. I'm too old for that now.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
10 minutes, 15 at the most."
Yeah.
And then there's a part on the song with Lil C's on. Lil C says, "If you the right hoe, ask Joe. Swear to God, won't be a player no more." What? If you the right hoe, you telling you want to settle down, but she's a hoe?
Lil C was in the studio when like I got
Like,
that's
got
it.
him with
That's
this
it
one.
right
Got
there.
him with this.
They gonna remember this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, Release Some Tension, fantastic album. If you ain't heard it in a while, go back and check it out.
Rained on me.
Yes, sir. Who up?
Let your drip. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Calm down. That's why you got 4 kids.
Yeah. He was having a flashback.
Wasn't
Boy. He was on
Bro,
that.
I was on the wall over
Good
there. About, I was on the wall over there by the Jamaican room.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I remember quick story before we move on to me. I remember bringing somebody in from out of town, and then they said, "Man, this shit is a barn." Because you remember,
It did look like a barn when you walk in. It kind of resembles a barn. Like I never forget, I was in the Jamaican room one time. That's the Jamaican room we used to have the female review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bunch. It was fit like 25 dudes rounding the chair.
It's literally 2 chicks.
2 strippers.
That's it.
Giving lap dances.
And they looking like crash test dummies. They just
Right.
bouncing around in there.
That's where Warren Sapp used my lighter to smoke his black and mild.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
cool.
big man, let me get that lighter. Here you go, Mr. Sapp.
I never forget. I was in there one time. You know, this was like pre where you be in a situation like and everybody's stunting, everybody got their bread out, and it's a big deal. Back then, like giving a stripper like $10, $20 was a huge
That's
deal.
a huge deal.
I'll never forget. I was in there one Thursday, and I hear a dude yell, "Hey, give me change for a 50." I was like, 50? You finna get these 250? I was like, man, they ain't getting none of my money. But
I remember you and Joe had keys to that thing on Friday night.
oh man,
Happy
happy hour would start at 5:30. 5:35, I'm sitting down.
They said David
at the
Joe
bar.
got it on lock.
By the time you get there by 8 o'clock, I already had 10,
They already got the spot on lock, so we just come and join in where they at.
I already had at least 10, 12 drinks already by the time you get there.
I ain't started going to happy hour till it was at 9:01.
Oh man,
Oh,
you
wow.
missed some good times at ATF.
Ooh,
bro.
yeah.
I passed by that the other day, dog.
It don't look the same.
Nothing's there. It's
No.
not even there.
No.
It's a office building. There.
It's like
not-
it never
It
existed.
never existed. I'm like,
Yeah.
this parking lot, niggas just do a whole bunch of macking right here in this
What?
parking lot. Or back there behind the corner, used to
And at the gyros.
ain't even
Gyros
no
was
more.
the spot.
It's
Ain't
still,
even
no, Gyro's still
It's,
there.
it's still some. I don't think it's Salim's, is it?
No, it's not.
No,
Salim's.
it's
not
not.
Salim's.
It's not Salim's. They
Some-
still
some-
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But see,
still there.
I was telling my nephew that was the original.
That was the original one.
red
Before
one right
40th,
there. Yeah.
before that was the original one.
Yep. Yep. All right, my turn. My album takes me back to anybody that's been in the military. Know that when you're in basic training, they take everything away from you.
Yeah.
No headsets, nothing. But when you graduate basic and go in AIT, you get to get your Walkmans. This is Walkman days. It's the 80s.
People don't know what that is.
Yeah. Well, it was a
Portable
cassette player with headphones. And
Think Star Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy.
exactly. So this album, when I graduated, go to AIT, was the first album I bought, and it was Rhythm Nation 1814 by Miss Janet
She was
Jackson.
so militant and still fine at the same time.
Oh, and this album, every time I listen to it, it takes me back to those times at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and this album. And when I picked it, I did some research on it. I can't believe this album that had produced, I think, 4 or 5 number 1 hits did not win a Grammy.
That's crazy.
The only Grammy she won was for a video.
That's it.
That's
And-
crazy.
MTV Award, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's crazy.
How did Rhythm Nation not win a Grammy?
Grammy. And, it was Janet Jackson's, this one, it was like a third album.
Yeah.
That when she
Man.
started coming to her own.
Oh, she became a superstar after this
yeah,
album.
yeah.
She had, this album lasted for 3 years. Her last single was in 1991. The album released in 1989.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Janet is living good.
Yes,
Off of that.
off that album. And, bunch of classic hits off of it.
Wow.
But that was my baby.
That was yours, huh?
Yeah.
Control was my favorite. James.
Control was dope too. Yeah. Control was dope.
Let's wait a while.
Oh, that's still. Isn't that the best way the girl tell you that you ain't getting none?
Yeah, that's the one.
You know, but Janet could have told me that, and I'd have understood.
Okay, Janet.
I'd be like, okay,
Cool. I'll wait.
How long-
We can wait a while.
however long you need us to wait, I'm gonna still be right here.
I just remember trying to get.
You tell me when you ready.
I just remember trying to record "Let's Wait a While" off the radio at the right moment, so I don't get.
You trying to time it?
Yeah, you time it.
Put your fingers on the
These
button.
little chicks don't understand.
No, man.
I got it. Dang, he's still talking.
There wasn't no streaming.
No streaming.
No. And don't let your rewind button break. You gotta stick a pencil in that
Take
tape.
that thing, that man.
Turn that thing back.
Damn, y'all old.
Those were the days.
Yes.
All right, so my album is not as old, but this artist had 3 studio albums, and that's it. And I bought all 3 of them. Her debut album back in 2002 is one of those albums where
Oh, well, I thought it was older than that.
2002, because it's right around that time with like Jill Scott, Erica, like they came along and she was like right in the middle of it, right in the middle of that neo soul. But this album sticks out because it's one of those albums you get those. You ever have albums where like the first 5 songs just suck you in, and in the middle like 2-3 songs, man, they don't
Yeah.
and like the last 5,
They bring
you
Bring it right back. Yeah.
This is the one that did. This is that album. This is one of those albums that did it for me. And it's Tweet Southern Hummingbird.
Tweet was bad, man.
Yeah, man.
That was Tweet dope.
You had 2 number one. Well, I don't know if we had 2 songs off the album. The most notable was "Oops."
Yeah.
I love that beat.
Talk about what a song is, what the meaning of the word. The song
But you know
is.
what? I saw something recently that she said that's not what everybody thinks what she was talking about.
Really?
That's not what she was talking about.
What did she say?
I forget exactly, but it just baffled me that what we think she was talking about, she said that's not what she was talking about.
We sitting there thinking about.
She lying.
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
We sitting there thinking like you talking about.
She trying to be too eclectic.
I'm gonna see if I can find what she meant. Hold on.
So and then the other one was, I guess I don't know if it was y'all old employer or not, but when they used the song "Call Me," was it T-Mobile that used that "Call Me" song for a commercial? Yeah. So, you know that to me that was one of those albums. And,
Missy Elliott was a beast.
that's what I'm saying. Like Missy Elliott produced a lot of songs on the album. I think
Timberland too, right?
Timberland produced
That whole
a couple.
little clique.
Yeah, this was that Missy Elliott Timberland
That
clique.
Virginia sound.
That Virginia sound she came up with.
Matter of fact, I see it. That it was Missy Elliott who actually tweeted out. She said, "Fun fact." She's talking about "Oops." She said this song was never about masturbation. She said it was always about her appreciating her dark skin or self-love when she looked in the mirror. It was the listeners that thought that it was about sex and just ran with it. She said we just let the consumer's mind create what they wanted. She said it was just about her appreciating her black skin.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I guess my minds when you said, "Oops, there goes my skirt."
I don't know where we were supposed to take that.
Yeah.
We talk about fucking here. What we,
I don't know where we were supposed to take that,
Right.
but she said, Missy
Talking about
said
you dropping
that's,
your skirt. It's go time in
Missy-
some people's mind.
but she said that's not what it was about.
So yeah, that's my. And then she had 2 more studio albums, and it was between the second and third album, it was a long break because that third album came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah,
2-3 years,
I remember
like a couple years ago. I was like,
Right.
2016.
And
I think.
it was decent.
it was good.
Yeah.
I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. I got
Yeah,
Amazon.
right. Yeah.
You roundabout paid for it.
Yeah, you paid for
I
it.
paid for a lot.
Yeah.
I paid for it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Tweet was a
Tweet was dope.
She was dope.
I mean,
yeah.
and I mean, just when you can sing and you have dope lyrics or you're a good writer. She's a good writer too. So definitely. So that was one that just brings me back to 2002. That's that 22, 23, 24-year-old Bakari, man.
That song "Taxi" was on her second album.
Yeah.
That was a dope song.
Yeah,
But
man.
that old show Taxi.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, Missy
man.
was a beast, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you think of, and I can't stand it, they don't have it streaming, when Aaliyah's second album, and Missy produced that, and the whole Timberland,
Missy one of the people
that One in a Million was dope.
Yeah, Missy one of the people they talk about all these verses that can't nobody compete with her. Because she can do her own catalog
Right.
and beat anybody. But if they allow her to do her catalog
features?
and the features and the stuff that
wrap.
she wrote and the stuff
Yeah.
that she
Wrap.
produced,
It's
forget
over
it.
with.
It's not
The only
comparable.
person probably is Babyface.
Probably. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think Pharrell can mess with her myself.
No, not for real. No. He got some junk, but not.
Babyface.
I mean, if
probably
we talking
only-
about strictly producing, for real, Neptunes was.
I think Missy's net's a little bit wider though, bro. I think she went to some places that they didn't go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, I can see it.
I mean, it would be tough. It'd be a close race, but I would give the edge to Missy.
I remember going to see Babyface in concert 2016. He stopped the show and just started singing songs that he produced.
It's
And
ridiculous.
it was like,
You produced that?
he just.
Speaking of
I ain't
Babyface,
gonna sing my songs no
I'm
more.
gonna get off topic for a hot second, and we gonna go on to our next segment. I saw y'all seen this whole trend about the women trying to say we need to get rid of the "Cater to You" song by
Yeah.
By,
Destiny's Child,
just-
yeah.
because don't nobody should be doing all that for no man. Babyface said he was gonna wash the clothes, pet the cat, cook the dinner, pay the bills,
Cook
make
your dinner,
love,
too.
cook your dinner as soon as I get home from work.
Wait a minute.
Nobody said nothing.
That's not the kick of the song.
Nobody had no problem with that.
That's not the kick of the song. It's not even his woman. He was talking about doing this for somebody
else's woman. Y'all ain't got no problem with Babyface doing everything. But Beyonce says, I'm gonna put your do-rag on and brush your hair. Oh, ain't nobody
God
gonna
damn
do
it.
all that.
And we know them hoes was.
You said it right.
Ah, God.
Everyone
This
is
show's gonna get flagged by YouTube. It
what I
won't even
said
air.
was everybody,
God, dog.
every woman that had a problem with that ain't got no man now.
You know they was lying anyway. You know what I'm saying?
You need
Put
to
your
be,
do-rag on.
you need to be brushing a nigga's hair and put his do-rag on so he'll stay
You
with
ain't,
you.
them waves ain't doing nothing. You could lay on your head on this regular ass
Right.
pillow.
And my thing, if Beyonce can do it, you can't.
Beyonce wasn't putting do-rags on, though.
We don't know that. She might have put Jay's do-rag on. He needed it on. He had no waves.
Yeah.
She might, bro.
She wasn't putting a do-rag on Jay-Z head.
Yeah, I think by the time her
Let me tell you something, man. Beyonce comes across to me like her mama, a traditional woman that takes care of her man. That's why she was so mad when Jay-Z did the shit with Becky, because I believe Beyonce is a traditional woman, regardless of what her status or whatever. I believe she's a traditional woman, that takes care of her man, and that's why that song was so, relevant. I feel like to them because I feel like she's that type of woman. She may not be to that nigga now because he done messed up, but I bet if he did everything he was supposed to do, she probably would put a do rag on and brush his hair.
Listen, I love Beyonce. She's one of the greatest entertainers of all time. She's a great singer, dope. But we kind of fell out when we got a divorce in my dream.
All right, so
I had a dream me and Beyonce was married, dog.
I think that should probably end.
And she was working too much is why I
What
divorced
you
her.
own? Because Bakari,
In my dream.
Bakari wanted to leave Beyonce in his dream because she was working too much.
Okay.
I can share that because we're close.
What edible did you eat?
Let's get out of here
Before you
and get to the next segment because Bakari has lost it.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something.
I remember that shit. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
So wait a
I don't
minute.
know.
Before I know we need to move on. You divorced her?
Yeah, man. I filed them papers, cuz.
because she worked too
you
much.
work too much, your ass ain't never home.
The person who would do anything to be a stay-at-home dad.
I ain't got nothing to do with who, me? I mean,
Yes.
I was young.
Man,
Okay.
let me tell you
This was
something.
like 30. This was like 30-year-old Bakari. 35 plus 43-year-old Bakari. Oh, you gotta go to work, baby.
Let me tell you something.
You remember Dave Chappelle when he did a skit when he married Oprah?
Oprah.
Yes.
Oh, baby, you got. Oh, that's fine. You want me to get? I got you.
Let me tell you something. Every time she did come home, whenever she did, I'd be standing there with a towel over my arm like this and a platter with whatever it is she needed to eat on it. Her house shoes right there next to it with the tub already ran.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Oh,
she can come home once a month and I'd be
Yeah.
waiting right there at the door.
chilling in the house.
Hold on. Okay.
Cause I'm living the good life while she gone.
How far did you see this dream through? Did you
How long
get
was
to
y'all
the-
together?
No, we didn't like. I don't. All I remember is like we had a like she came home and we met at a hotel. Or dinner. We went somewhere
You
like
said,
for a
"I'm
restaurant. or
done."
something. Yeah, I'm done. I didn't. The dream didn't last for me seeing it through or nothing like that, or like any type of other interactions other than me just like you always work and I can't do this no more.
I'm
You
looking
know,
at you.
some-
I'm looking at
some
you.
simple
I'm looking
shit
at you
like that,
different.
right?
Like I don't.
I mean, it's a fucking dream.
Yeah,
Still.
you was listening to Beyonce when you fell asleep
No.
and it just rolled.
rolled in there.
Nah.
That's what happened to me before.
Because when when they first came out, like Destiny's Child, the first two albums,
I wasn't really
I was feeling them.
I wasn't really feeling her then.
they
I
had a
was feeling
couple
the group.
of hits. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm talking about Beyonce as a
At that time, I
as
thought
a
it was
sex
girly.
symbol. I wasn't really feeling them then.
Look,
When Beyonce dropped them twins and got on Instagram,
I'm gonna tell you
she
when
could have stole me.
I'm gonna tell you when she got me. That first solo album, her solo
Dangerous
album.
in Love. Yeah.
That's when she got you.
That's when she got me.
When she stalked in them jean shorts on
Walk
that
it
video.
and-
Walk it and stalk it and stalk it and walk it. That's when I was like, yo, she grown now.
Yeah. She got me. She got me after the twins.
But I'm like you. When they was Destiny's Child, she still was like little girlish.
She was
like,
young.
I mean, all of them were like 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And then the songs were a little too girly, bills, and like, yeah.
Those were just the hits though. Like the albums, like there's some deep R&B cuts on them first two albums on Riders on the Wall and Destiny's Child. So
You should stay with her though.
all
Anyway.
those are pre 2005. Even Beyonce's first solo album, Dangerous in Love. Check those out too.
for sure.
Word up.
That's gonna do it for what you on. All right, y'all know what time it is. It's time for Who You Got, and this is the segment of our show where we throw out some picks of some games. We do some other stuff, so we have a little fun with the segment at times. So y'all boys ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
Yo.
All right, let's get this show prep list out together.
We got you.
We real OGs. You got the notebook. We
gotta
rapper keeper.
We got to write shit down.
If y'all can see this chicken scratch, they shit on there. Anyway, so this week we're going to kind of recap the NBA playoffs. We'll start with that, since we are in the conference finals for the East and the West, and we're going to redo these picks.
I don't remember who we picked. I picked. I know.
We all picked
the Nets.
The Nets to
Nets.
win it all.
Yeah.
and then I think y'all picked the Clippers and I picked the Jazz.
Yeah.
I picked the Jazz one.
Yeah, a lot
Did
of
I pick Atlanta in that series with Philly?
I did. I think I did.
I think I did.
Know. Who knows?
Anyway, moving on.
So in this for the first game, we're gonna go. Let me get y'all predictions on Hawks versus the Bucks. They're actually playing right now. Series is tied a game apiece. Chuck, who you think is gonna end up taking this one?
It's a coin toss.
Really?
It's just a matter of whose star shows up the most. If Trae Young shows up, Atlanta's gonna win.
Right.
When Giannis shows up, they're gonna win. So I can flip a coin. I think it may go 7 games,
Yeah, I can see that.
and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Atlanta's gonna win it in Game 7.
Ooh, Atlanta get Game 7. It's gonna be a
They're
wrap.
gonna go Game 7. It's gonna be in Milwaukee, but
Yeah.
Trae Young gonna give them 50 in Game 7, and the Hawks gonna win.
Okay, all right. So
I'm done. That's all my analysis.
Who you got? Who you got in the Hawks versus Bucks?
Oof. I do agree that it's going to go 7 games, but man, if Atlanta win, I would love to be in that city.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Just to, well, yeah,
No,
I ain't
you
old.
don't wanna
I'm
do that,
too
don't
old.
Yeah.
Because if they do win, which
20-year-old say it.
Would have loved
I've
it.
been in that
that's
city.
different.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be up there if they do make it to the finals.
Oh yeah, it's
and I'm gonna be disgusted.
Disgusted, yeah.
So
I'm
hope they
going to give the edge to Milwaukee. I think the catalyst is Middleton. If he, just like in the Nets series, he's the one that really
He's the
got them
engine.
over the
He's
hump.
the engine of the team.
right.
If he's not going,
Then yes,
They ain't got a chance.
Long night.
Yeah, because
They ain't got a
Giannis
chance.
cannot do it by himself. If
can't
Middleton,
do it by himself.
and I'm gonna give them the edge because Game 7 is in Milwaukee. For some reason, they play well there, and yeah, Milwaukee.
All right. I'm gonna go with you on this Milwaukee pick too, because as good as Atlanta is, if they don't shoot well, they don't really
Right.
they don't really do too much. And they were lucky to pull the first game out because Trae Young he played like crap the first 3 quarters, and in the 4th quarter he turned it on, and that's what kind of put them over the top. But they were pretty much going back and forth all game, or Milwaukee was winning. So I don't think as long as Chris Middleton is healthy, like you said, he's gonna give you consistently 25 to 35 points a game. And then Giannis is just do what Giannis does. You go in, rebound, play defense, get to the rack, get fouled, make 60% of your free throws at best.
is that.
Yeah.
And there should be no reason they don't win. Brook Lopez is playing good defense. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one. So I think it's gonna go 7-2. All right. So the next game, of course, is the Clippers versus the Suns, which the Suns is out to a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, it's over.
At the
Getting that
most, Suns in 6.
Yeah.
Like I may give Clippers the next game, just because. But I don't think they'll win the next game. I think it's gonna be over in 5, to be honest. But I'm saying at the most.
They're in LA, right? For
the
game
next
5.
game, I think so.
Yeah. Because they
So-
played the first 2 in Phoenix.
I maybe give them the next game, but Suns gonna close them out in 6.
Look, man,
the very latest.
Yeah, I was on Utah's tip as far as like who I thought was gonna make it, but I don't know how they dropped the ball against Kawhi Leonard.
It's Utah.
I mean, you're right, but still, they was clear. And this is number 2 seed in the
Right.
league.
They
Like,
cursed. They'll never win
probably at this point, yeah. But,
until they eliminate racism. They ain't
I
gonna win.
guess
Nothing.
they'll never win then.
Yeah.
damn it, racism. Get your shit together. Anyway, slow. So you going with Suns?
All day.
Yeah, don't even ask me.
We gotta
Yeah,
ask you. Yeah,
no.
jeez, man.
Yeah. That's
Are
so
you giving the Clippers any consideration at all?
if Clippers would have eked that one out last night, then I said, okay, we looking at a
If they had Kawhi,
series.
If they had Kawhi,
it'd be a different
Right.
conversation.
It'd be
I
7
still would
game
pick
series.
the Suns.
But it could easily go 7.
Yeah,
if they had Kawhi.
For sure.
Right.
But they don't
So-
have a chance in hell depending on playoff P.
I think I think Chris Paul has a point to prove from, like you said, when he was with Houston and they lost when they were up 3-1. I think Chris Paul has something to prove, and plus Book and Aiden and all them other boys on that squad, man.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if the Suns beat the Clippers, they're gonna win it all.
doing it all. I'm with you on
As
that.
crazy as that'll sound, the Phoenix Suns, NBA champions. But if they beat the Clippers, they're gonna win it all.
But to go from where they were 2-3 years ago,
That'd
like
be
the
so
bottom
dope
of the
for Monty
NBA.
Williams.
See, testament to Monty Williams.
It'd be so dope.
Yeah,
And just like same thing with Atlanta and Milwaukee, coaching edge Atlanta all day long. Think about where Atlanta was for McMillan got there.
yeah.
They were under 500 team.
Still pissed about that one, but anyway,
Should be.
now they brought.
Y'all got Rick Carlisle.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
Rick
got
Carlisle was a good coach. I ain't mad at it, but you had a good coach.
He ain't
Anyway,
that McMillan. Anyway,
anyway.
that's another show.
All right, so we'll make it a clean sweep and go with the Suns too.
True.
All right, enough of this basketball mess. Even though that's one of my favorite. That's my favorite sport. But anyway, so now we're gonna get into a little college football. We're gonna go with some too early predictions. You can
Way
be
Way too early.
way too early. You can be as bold as you want, or you can be as conservative or as go with the consensus of what people say. So we're gonna pick the conference champions from each of the Power 5 schools. So that's the ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and the Pac-12.
So who we going with first? What conference we going with first?
We'll go with the ACC. Slow, who you got for the ACC championship?
Oh, for the championship. Oh,
Yeah,
to
who's going to be the
who
ACC
gonna win
champion? College football.
Clemson.
Clemson.
I'm saying that low.
Chuck?
As much as I hate Clemson,
Yeah.
I don't see anybody beating them.
No.
Not in the ACC. They're not gonna go undefeated, but I don't see anybody in the
Yeah,
ACC.
it's not going to be a cakewalk like they normally
No.
get.
They're gonna have some struggles, but I don't think anybody else is good enough right now to dethrone them. I'll say that.
Yeah, this pains me. I'm going to go with Clemson, too. And the reason why I'm going with them is the backup quarterback they had that played. a couple
Got the
games.
full alphabet name?
Yeah.
DJ,
DJ,
Yeah.
such and such, such and such.
cat's good, man. I
he's
watched him
really-
in high school on QB1.
Yeah, he's good. And plus in the ACC, who's really the competition?
Right. We're not there yet. Miami's phone.
We're on our way.
We're on our
Yeah.
way. North Carolina, and
Yeah.
they got to do it first.
They lost a lot of weapons.
They got to
Yeah.
do it first, right?
Oof. Did they?
So yeah, other than Clemson, there's no real push.
Moving
All right,
moving on.
Let's go to the Big Ten. Chuck, who you got in the Big Ten?
Big Ten, Ohio State. Is there anybody else to really talk about? I mean, they got. Do they have the top? Do we have the top recruiting class this year again? I think they're up there, top 3, something like that.
Of course.
I don't see anybody with the same talent level. Penn State always chokes. Wisconsin don't ever have enough athletes to get over the hump. Michigan is gonna be Michigan until they get rid of
Right.
Harbaugh. Some pick Ohio State.
Okay. Slow.
Indiana.
Thought about that too.
I forgot about Indiana.
Indiana.
Give me a few
Forgive
minutes
me.
on Indiana.
Forgive me.
Indiana's going to be tough.
Forgive me.
The quarter. Well,
It's going to depend on
if it's
Palm
health,
Penix.
if it's
Himself.
Penix come-
This is his third season-ending injury in 3
right.
years. since
So
he's
if
been out
he can make
He's
it,
healthy.
Indiana's going to be tough because Indiana scared the hell out of Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're good enough to beat everybody else.
Yeah.
I think it's old boy year. He got enough of these Tampa boys up there.
And they are well coached.
They're well coached, and he just have to keep them humble a little bit.
Hungry.
You know what I'm saying? Because when they started, when they got a little
cocky a little
bit, and then they had to get slapped. And then Penix went down.
Yeah.
But if Penix is healthy for right now, this is
They're gonna be tough.
June. I'm picking Indiana.
Okay, all right. Chuck, I'm gonna go with you with this one on in Ohio State, and it's for a simple fact that the only question, well, two things. The only question that they have is at the quarterback position.
Who is the quarterback? Because I swear Justin Fields took every snap. I'm pretty sure they had some blowouts.
They had a couple. I mean, they had like a couple top recruits coming in the past couple of years, so they'll have somebody. And that's the one question. And also, the other one is that another fact that I saw, Ryan Day hasn't lost a regular season game in 3 years.
Wow.
Crazy.
And they got offensive line coming back. They got weapons coming back on offense. The defense is still pretty much intact. So
Indiana's gonna give them a go, but I don't think they're ready to dethrone them just yet. But I much respect to Indiana though. They're gonna give them a go for sure.
Okay, all right. So that takes care of the ACC and the Big Ten. And I'm doing this on. There's a reason why I'm going and doing this. Let's go to the Pac-12. Chuck, who you got coming out?
Pac-12 for me is pretty easy. I'm picking Oregon. I think Oregon's gonna have the best. They arguably gonna have the best player in college football with Thibodeau, the DN. I just think they got too much talent for anybody else in the Pac-12 to do anything with. So, Oregon.
Oregon. The kid that played quarterback at Boston College that transferred over there, the big boy, he's gonna be solid. Like you said, Thibodeau. I just don't see. I'm just going off of last year. USC, UCLA, maybe Herm can channel something at Arizona State.
If they're not
the way it's looking there, I'm Oregon, the Ducks.
Okay.
With 100 uniforms.
I'm going with the Huskies. They got UW. They got a pretty light schedule, so they don't have USC or Utah this year. Which Utah, that guy, I forgot the coach's name. He keeps a pretty solid, 8 to 10 win team every year. Utah.
They only played like 2 or 3 games last year because of COVID, right?
Yeah, they opted out, I think.
And no USC either. So the only real test they got is Oregon. And Washington is known for every 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Put a 11 win team, potential Pac-12 championship team together. I think this is their year. They got a lot of experience coming back too, so I'm going with Washington on this one.
It pissed me off. They went to Adidas. Telling you, leave Nike, go to Adidas.
Shameful.
I don't like you no more.
Adidas has some fly shit on college football.
Shameful.
Anyway, damn, tough crowd. All right. Let's go to the Big 12. Who y'all got coming out of the Big 12, Chuck?
Big 12 to me is easy. Oklahoma. Texas ain't ready yet. Oklahoma got Spencer Rattler, which I think he's more talented than Baker Mayfield, in my opinion.
That is a weird-looking young man.
He's peculiar, as my mama would say. He's peculiar looking. But I think he's got more talent, like I said, than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed on defense the last couple of years, so I think defensively they have to be better. If they can keep.
Do they practice defense?
I don't know, dog. Ever since they lost Venables, they ain't been downhill ever since.
I think they line people up at the game. You know how in Little League we be like, "Oh, you gonna play here?"
I mean, speaking of defense, this is the most experienced and arguably the most talented defense they've had in years. So if they're gonna do it, this will be the year.
This year for them to do it.
For the defense to.
So
if
they can hold teams to 20. Oklahoma's gonna run away with it, in my opinion. If they can hold teams to 20, they'll run with it. Texas will be better because I think I like Sarkisian's play calling on offense, so they'll be
with
better.
A shot of Hennessy in his hand,
right? As long as you get them a shot or two, they'll be better, but they don't have as much talent as Oklahoma has.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Slow, who you got?
Oklahoma, but Baylor's gonna be good. Baylor, I think Baylor's gonna be straight, but Oklahoma will win it.
Okay.
And I think TCU might be all right too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think there's one team, one potential team, and this is a bold prediction that I think y'all are really overlooking, and that's Iowa State.
I respect Iowa State.
Iowa
Purdy's
State-
still there, right?
Brock
Yes,
Purdy's still
Purdy's
there.
still there.
So they're bringing Purdy back.
Yeah.
They bringing back pretty much the whole team's coming back.
I kind of forgot about that.
And
They had been trash for so long.
they averaging damn near 40 points a game.
Right.
So you got a veteran quarterback, very capable. You got a
They played Oklahoma tough, didn't they? Or did
Yeah.
they beat Oklahoma? No.
they ain't beat
They
Oklahoma.
didn't beat them.
They played them tough.
Tough.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if this was this is a bold prediction, but it's not that bold. I
No,
guess
because they're a good team.
because they're a good team.
Yeah,
They're
because
coached well.
I was leaning towards them, but I'm giving Oklahoma the edge
Right.
just because of
And for me, it was the other way around. I was leaning towards Oklahoma, but I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I could see where Iowa State
Right.
pulls off the Big 12 championship.
I could absolutely see it. For
You
sure.
can imagine that box score is going to look like a basketball game.
It would have to. Yeah, it will because, like you said, Purdy is legit. I feel like if Purdy should be in the conversation,
First
top
round.
15 picks next year, absolutely, because he's a prototypical quarterback, and they love him. You know what I'm saying? So, I was leaning towards them, but I just think I just have a little more faith in Oklahoma with a star quarterback than anybody
They're
else.
the Alabama of the Big 12.
Right.
You know what they're going to get. They're going to bring in a different quarterback every 2 years.
It is going to be just as good as the last
same
one.
system.
Yeah,
Right.
if not better.
We're just going to outscore you.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And why you picked them is because they got a veteran defense coming back, so they should be better on defense.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I get that one. All right. So I saved the SEC for last because I think we may or may not have some differences here. Slow, who you got coming
Alabama.
out? Oh gosh, okay. Chuck.
I mean, if I want to be bold,
You don't have to be bold if you want to pick Alabama, pick Alabama.
I mean, how can I? I mean, it's hard to pick against them, man. It's just tough.
Once I give you all these reasons to pick against them, or there's a couple teams.
Well, spit them out, bro, because I don't. It's hard for me to pick.
Don't
against
say
them.
Georgia.
hell no.
Don't say Auburn.
LSU.
Okay, so let's start with LSU.
I know you're not going to say who if he say who I think you're going to say.
I'm leaving.
That's
leaving.
it.
Then walk y'all asses on out there because Texas A&M.
Oh, okay.
I'll accept Texas
I thought
A&M.
you was going to say something
The
else.
Gators
Yes.
I was gonna leave.
defense was trash, and they lost their best quarterback they had in a while. Emory
Okay.
Jones may be great. He may be a
Great.
breakout player. He
Man,
may.
He ain't gonna
He
do
need to get in
with
the, he need to get in the slot.
So let
Right.
me give you my reasons. So I had two schools on this list.
Jimbo do got some boys.
LSU. The reason why I pick LSU is I think they have with either quarterback that they decide to go with between those two. I call them both maxes. Whichever one they decide to go with, they have a very good defense behind them, and they got a very good running game and some skilled players behind them. So this is typical LSU with Orgeron running the helm. This could be one of those years where Alabama lost 3 players off defense. They're changing quarterbacks. This could be the year where LSU kind of
Their philosophy
they
gonna
could
change.
sneak
They
in.
can slide in.
They're going to be a more run team.
Right.
Yeah.
And play very good defense. Texas A&M, my thoughts on this was, this is typical Jimbo. He's been there about 3 years. He's recruited. He finally has his quarterback that's going to be taking.
That's
the
why
reins.
they're gonna have to win because
Right.
now he's got his
He's
guy.
got his quarterback.
Who is he?
I don't even know. Who,
It don't matter.
I think it's a competition between.
Okay.
There's 2 guys going in. They haven't named one yet. So there's 2 guys coming in that they're playing. They're vying for the position. It's
Jimbo's
one for the
got to win to prove that he's worth this money.
Right.
Because now he's got his guys.
Well, he's got his guys, and they got a pretty good team coming back.
They got a tough schedule.
Spiller's.
Though.
I like Spiller.
Yeah,
They got a tough schedule though, dog.
they got a tough. I mean, who in the SEC West doesn't have a tough
Right.
schedule?
Week in and week out. That's
It's gonna take a lot for him to come out of there though.
Right. If it's a year for any one of those teams to get Bama, I think this is the year. Because next year, Bama's quarterback, whatever the boy name
Bryce
is,
Love,
Yeah.
Bryce Love is gonna be what, a sophomore, redshirt sophomore?
he gonna be lighting folks up.
He gonna be confident.
Right. He's gonna have a full season on his belt. So if you don't get Bama now, this is.
I mean, he's also been practicing against, Bama's number 1 defense all of last year too.
yeah. That's
As
what
a
I'm
scout
saying. Like
team
it's-
quarterback,
right?
He might show up this year and be better than Tua and all them other cats combined. He might. That's why I'm not betting against them.
I'm not betting against them, but for me, when I go a little
But that's
bit,
a good choice, though.
Oh yeah,
I want
Sure.
to
Texas
go out outside the box a little bit. You got
Yeah.
2 teams that are Okay, Jim, we've seen this before with Jimbo. He took over for Bobby for about 2-3 years. He was winning 9 games, 10 games. Same thing when the LSU took over, win about 9 games, 10 games. Had a big season last year.
Right.
Now you have those expectations. Now you have a better team around you because we know he's going to recruit. So that's why I say that. And with LSU, okay, you had arguably the best quarterback in college football for 2 years.
Trust me.
And you had athletes. You had ballers on that team.
Yeah.
Man, nobody wants to see it happen more than me. I'm sick of Alabama.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sick of Nick Saban.
But see, with Jimbo, man, look, what we were just saying, that gauntlet of the West, if he beats Alabama, he'll probably lose to Auburn or LSU.
They'll lose a game they should win. They'll beat Alabama and beat LSU and then lose to Arkansas or something stupid like that. So that was my gripe with Jimbo when he was at Florida State, that we would lose some games we should not lose. But like I said, it's the excuses are over.
Right.
He's got his guys now. He's got to produce.
Been there 3
this
years.
year. You getting all this bread, it's time to produce.
Right.
If they don't get over the hump this year, people gonna be looking at Jimbo sideways.
Right. Okay.
So-
All right. So that's it. Though. So I guess we'll revisit these. As it gets closer to college football and
Word.
For sure.
a lot of these.
I would
quarterback-
love to change my ACC pick when we get close.
Go no. Win the ACC.
I'm not doing it. I'm not saying it.
No.
I'm not saying it.
No, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
I'm not saying it.
We gonna be there. Sooner than a lot of people
on
think.
our way back.
But like 30 for 30. What if I told you?
I'm trying to calm myself down.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to relax.
Oh, what game are we going to?
We'll talk about that off camera.
Plans
Yeah.
are being made. What
All
else
right.
you got? Is that it?
That's it. That's gonna do it for who you got. Chuck,
Cool.
we're gonna go to you for.
Y'all ready to jump right into who's that lady?
Yeah,
this week?
who's this beautiful lady?
All right. So who's that lady this week is somebody I feel like that has not gotten enough attention that she should have. I know she gets a lot of praise, but I don't think she gets nearly enough as she should. And that young lady is Allison Michelle Felix. Normally for who's that lady, I jump right into, accolades, where they were from, stuff like that. I'm gonna still get into those things, but I want to talk a little bit about her recent experience as an athlete. All right, Allison Felix is a track and field sprinter for the United States. She was born in 1985 in Los Angeles, California. Her specialty event is the 400 meters. Okay. Allison just qualified for her 5th Olympics.
Yes.
5th. All right, so let's do the math.
How old is she?
She was born in 85.
She's damn near 40.
So she's 36, 35, 35 years old. Let's just do the math on how long she's been in the Olympics. Olympics every 4 years. It's her 5th time.
Wow, it's 20 years.
So it's 20 years this young lady's been representing the United States in the Olympics. Okay.
Yeah.
What is not just to how great of an athlete she is that had inspired me to pick her this week, but the biggest thing for me was I recently found out, I knew that she had gotten pregnant and had a baby in I think it was 2018. In 2018, she was a Nike athlete. Nike dropped her because she had a gripe with how much they were going to protect her as, a female athlete, her maternity leave and stuff like that. They had a back and forth, and basically Nike just didn't really want to support her as much as she thought they should.
Right.
During her maternity. So she left. Okay. She left Nike. And she signed with another, I think Gap has an athletic department where they do it. And she now has her own.
Is that an Athletica?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
She now, which also signed Simone
Simone
Biles.
Biles, yeah.
So she's now come out with her own shoe through them, her own life brand through them. And that it just inspired me because of the fact that, for one, I've said this before, I feel like not just all women, but specifically black women are the most marginalized people on the planet. They are literally on the bottom of the totem pole, and that's another reason why I wore this T-shirt today to say protect black women, because we need to. But for them, as much as, and I'm a Nike dude through and through.
Oh yeah.
But that just turned my stomach, the fact that they wouldn't protect her when this lady at that time had been to 4 Olympics. And she's not just going there to show up, y'all. Let me tell you what she's done at the Olympics so far. Okay, so she has a total of 6 Olympic golds, and that's the most for any female in the Olympics. 6 golds, 2 silvers. She has a total between the World Championships, not just as an adult, but even the Youth Championships and the Pan Am Games. That's how long she's been running. She's running the Pan Am Games. She has 26 championships.
Wow.
26. 13 World Championships, gold medals. A total of, 26, 8, what is that, 34? 38 medals this lady has. Okay? She should have her own wing in Beaverton, Oregon, at Nike headquarters. But they dropped her because she had a baby, essentially. And
she doesn't sell shoes.
Right. And what was so tough about that was the fact that our women already have a tough time giving birth in this country in the first place. We don't get the care. They don't get the care that they deserve. They don't get the care that they need compared to other women. But this baby almost killed her and the baby. It wasn't an easy pregnancy. She had the baby and then came back and qualified for another Olympics and had her daughter at the field with her when she qualified. So we don't even have to get into what everything else that she's done on the field or on the track and get into her, saying, forget Nike, I'm going to create my own lane, my own brand. Just the fact that she's still standing on her own 2 feet, representing the United States for a 5th time.
Right.
We need to give her flowers.
That's an accomplishment in itself.
You know what I'm saying?
She was on that 4x4 team, right?
Yes. That
had that record.
That beat the brakes off Jamaica.
I never get that night.
That was one of the greatest races you ever
Yes.
seen. I don't care who you are. One of the
Football
best.
100.
Yes.
Yeah.
She ran, I think, the second or the third leg.
Yeah, I think she ran
Second
the
leg, I think.
Yeah, she did second.
I
in
forgot who ran the ankle when she was pointing at that clock.
Smoke. So I could get into, like I said, everything else. It would take us a good while because she has a ton of accolades. But like I said, I want to stop there. Just give Allison Felix her flowers while she can still smell them because she absolutely deserves them. Not just, like I said, for overcoming what she did and be able to bring a beautiful child into the world, her first child, but then to basically shut Nike up by overcoming what she did, qualifying another Olympics, and now she's going to be putting out her own shoe very soon. So salute to you, Allison Felix, from the OG Sports Show. We love you. We'll be cheering for you when you get to Tokyo.
July 23rd.
Yes, sir, and I can't wait because I'm excited.
I'm normally not a patriotic person, but I'm American as hell when the Olympics come around.
I'm American as hell when I see people that look like us run around that track, playing basketball, doing whatever.
I don't know. I
Olympics.
fuck with Czechoslovakia, man.
Bruh.
Shut up.
Curling is my shit in the Winter Olympics. I ain't even gonna lie.
Did y'all see the sister throwing the shot put though from South Carolina?
Bruh.
Rocked up at the bottom. She got
Bruh.
a couple open face goals at the bottom.
When they caught that action shot of her and that spin,
Man,
I'm like, damn,
I can't wait for the Olympics.
Old
'Cause
girl from LSU going.
Shakar, she don't go to LSU.
I wanted to show Shakar some love.
Yeah.
I will show Shakar some love. She was gonna be my pick. Whatever it is, she can run faster backwards than I can frontwards. I'm
Bruh,
sure.
she's like 5'1", picking them up and putting them down.
I remember when I
Back
first saw
down.
her at the college. You know, I always catch that.
I caught her in high school when she
Yeah.
was coming. I'm like, damn, she's blowing these motherfuckers.
That girl's crazy. She's crazy. But
I wonder
yes,
if they're gonna put her on the 4x1.
got
Got
to.
Why
to.
wouldn't they?
They have to.
I mean, they have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price for Jamaica still running.
Salute to all the ladies representing
That's
this,
right.
this country.
America.
Olympics.
America.
We're gonna be supporting them all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all for what you do.
America.
And that's gonna wrap
Especially
up.
in the beach volleyball.
Whoa.
We talk about it off camera. We're gonna finna sign off.
Beach volleyball?
We appreciate
Of
y'all
all
for joining
sports,
us once
beach
again.
volleyball?
Wait a second. You're gonna know why in just a minute. We appreciate y'all joining us.
Let me Google 2020 beach volleyball. America
We're gonna holler at y'all
beach
next time.
volleyball.
Signing off from the OG Sports Show.
Word up.
Peace out.
Beach volleyball.
3 pound greater.